was interviewing a lady that makes purses. She quilts the purses and she does a lot of embellishment on it. So you can use jewelry for all kinds of things.
Absolutely.
So did you make these? Are these earrings?
No, these are strands of beads. Most of our beads that we carry come from Czechoslovakia, and they come stranded like this as a temporary strand, and then you buy them this way and use them to make your jewelry. And so this is an example of one piece of jewelry that is made with Swarovski crystals.
Beautiful. Tell me about some of your yarn.
Okay, so we have yarn, all kinds of yarn. This yarn here is a brand new yarn. It's a blend of wool and rayon and acrylic. It's a nice squishy yarn. It makes for a great scarf. So we have it kitted up like that. And I also have another example over there made with this yarn and this yarn together.
And what are these?
That is called a bead mat. Basically, it's just a piece of blanket material that you pour your beads on so they don't go rolling all over the place while you're working.
Very good. Let's see, what else do you have here? So these are just some of jewels you would use for embellishment.
Yeah, and these are mostly vintage items, cabochons and so on items that people could use to embellish their garments or their quilts with, or used to make jewelry.
Where's your shop located in Jackson?
On Main Street, 46 Main Street. It's called The Whole Affair.
Okay, and have you been there long?
Yeah, we've been there 13 years now.
Oh my goodness, I think I need to get downtown Jackson more
Absolutely.
often.
Yes, we're only at the other side of the street, or other end of the street, I should say.
That's funny. All right, and then so I see Tommy is panning over. Are these just rocks?
These are trays of color-coordinated beads. This is probably our most popular area in the store. People get to fill a baggie. They mix and match from all the trays, and it's very therapeutic. People love to dig in the trays.
Absolutely. Well, you have some very, very beautiful stuff. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Annette. Okay, I am here with Phyllis Baird. Hi, Phyllis.
Hi,
And you are working in the country store, I see.
I am.
All right. Tell me about the country store.
Well, the country store is all the stuff that the members of the Quilt Guild don't want anymore.
Interesting.
They
All the
throw it
recyclables.
They donated it and everything, and we put it here in the country store, and people come and buy it, and you can get some pretty good bargains here. There's some that aren't so good. But this lady right over here,
Yes, this pretty lady right here.
no, this one right over here.
Yes.
She's shopping because she's making Kotex out of cotton fabric for African women.
Really?
That's what she told me.
I've heard of that. And you know, because they can reuse them. They wash them and reuse them. So, yeah.
Exactly.
And cotton, probably the cotton fabric is healthy.
Well, yeah, and you can wash it and wash it and wash it, and it'll hold up, and it's more fun than just plain fabric. I mean, if such a thing is fun.
Yeah. I'll have to see if I can interview her and find out a little bit about,
Yeah,
what motivates her to do that and what that's all about.
We were kind of looking around for pieces of fabric. So far, she's rejected everything I picked, so she knows what you want.
I guess so. I used to do a lot of sewing, and I had a closet full of, I loved fabric. I liked to fold it. I liked to have it all lined up and my squares, and I'd touch it, I'd rearrange it. Why is that? It's just...
I don't know. I almost think it's like a disease, because when I first started out, I saw a pattern at a quilt show, and I got to have that, so I bought the kit. And that started me going.
Yeah.
And you get obsessed. I mean, you see a piece of fabric, you just have to have it.
Right, and it can become very, very addictive. And then you start on a project and you don't want to put it down. So you all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I need to go to bed.
Yeah, or maybe it's time for my husband to have his dinner. Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it's addictive, but some of us go a little overboard, and consequently, there's all this fabric here for other ladies to buy. Well,
Yeah.
gentlemen too. I mean, men quilt.
Right. So when the fabric is brought to you, have they already taken time to fold it or roll it up? Do you do a lot of that?
A lot of the people that donate it do that, and then we have a committee, and they spend hours putting stuff together.
So how much would a swatch like this cost?
25 cents.
Oh, that is a good bargain. That is a good deal. And it's already cut for you and everything, probably a certain quilt size.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, you can take little pieces like that and you can make what they call a scrappy quilt. It's just got all kinds of different patterns in it and stuff like that. So there's multiple aptitudes to put this fabric to good use. And
So other than fabric, I see that there are other things here at the country store. All of this stuff has been donated as well? So for these hoops here, you would use these if you're doing the applique?
or embroidery, mostly embroidery. They're embroidery hoops is what they're called.
Yeah, very good. And then lots of yarn and
Just whatever.
and this is all donated.
Yes.
So is the country store part of the fundraising here at the quilt show?
Yes, it always goes into the Quilt Guild itself for, the classes that we have and other, we donate and stuff like that. So it's a very worthy cause. We only have it every other year.
Right, and I was talking earlier with a couple of the ladies, and they were sharing with me where the money goes to, which is for really good causes, multiple causes, and it looks like
Cancer's a big one. Yeah.
it looks like you have so many fundraising opportunities. You've got the basket, you've got the quilt giveaway, you've got the country store. So this particular show happens every 2 years,
Every 2 years, every other year.
and it's my understanding it brings in for the weekend probably upward of 500 people or so.
Oh, yeah, I really don't have any idea what the number of them is, and I don't know, what effect the fire will have had.
Yes.
The gal that I am here with is living with me at this point in time because her house burned down.
Yeah. I had 4 family members whose homes burned in Calaveras
sorry.
County. Yes, it's devastating, the fire. But it as devastating as it was, and thank goodness it's behind us, people's spirits are high, and, the county really pulled together and community came together. And, it's shows like this 2 weeks after that sort of lift people's spirits and kind of
Absolutely.
let you forget about it for a little while.
Absolutely.
So are you part of a local guild here?
Yes, I'm part of this guild.
Okay, very good. And how long have you been quilting?
6 years.
Oh, well, we'll call you a newbie because some of these people have been quilting
I'm
30
a forever
years.
beginner.
I like that. All right, well, thank you so much for
welcome.
spending time with us, and
No
good luck. I hope you sell lots of stuff at the country store today.
Oh, thank you. I hope we do too. And do try to catch that. She's down there.
Oh, I'll go grab her
Yeah,
now.
because I think it's.
Worthwhile.
I mean, she doesn't seem to be finding what she needs, but
All right, let's go see if we can help her out.
thank you very much.
I am lucky enough to have caught up with Darlene Chambers. Hi, Darlene.
Hi there.
And I understand that you are here looking for some I'm hearing very specific fabrics. You haven't quite found what you're looking for yet, but
Right.
there's still lots of fabric to look at.
Yes.
And explain to our viewers what you're using this fabric for.
Well, right now I'm looking for 100% cotton fabric to help our church in sending to Africa. Kind of a Kotex washable type thing for the ladies. It's a need that one of our missionaries have came to the area to ask different churches to help out with this very special need. Our church has, they're going to take on 1,000 of those, and we will be needing help in doing it.
Right.
So I'm on the quest to find us some bright and exciting fabrics to make this happen.
So you do like to make them of bright colors?
Yes.
Interesting. And I know that the fabric isn't marked here today. You have to touch it and feel it
Yes.
to determine if it's 100% cotton or not. What do you look for?
Well, mostly it's the threading. A lot of the polyester will have very limp, thin threads, and so I look for the thicker threads. It gives a little bit better durability of the thread count to the fabric. Another way I've been able to sort polyester from cotton is to then get a hot iron when you get home, and if you smell the smell of plastic, you know you're not on the right track.
And why is it important, the 100% cotton?
Well, because of the absorbents because of the being able to wash them out, dry them, and reuse them. Each little kit comes with 4 pads. So each lady that receives that kit will then have to prepare them every evening for the next day.
So do the pads hook to some kind of a belt, or how does that work?
Well, it has a shield, so I'm not sure how that all works myself personally, but the gals have already shipped over 1,000.
Wow.
And now they've committed to another 1,000.
So do you sew the pads, and are they different sizes?
One size.
One size fits all.
Yep. And because you know that's a backward country, and they really don't have the facilities available as well as the products. And it's places like the quilt shows, different fabric places that we can get items for the best price, and so that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, well, good for you. I think it's a very worthy cause. I was very fascinated when I heard that you were being very picky about the fabrics you were selecting, but now I understand why.
All righty.
Thank you for allowing us to speak with you.
Thank you very much.
I'm here with Anita. Hi, Anita.
Hi,
Well, first of all, welcome to the Quilt Show.
thank you.
And we were talking earlier, you and I, having a personal conversation about the fire recently. And
Right.
throughout today, I've been talking with several people who have indicated that the fire impacted them. You had shared with me that your home burned,
Yes, it did.
and you were on Baker Riley Road, right off Sus Maria.
Right, half a mile off Sus Maria. Yeah.
So you're here today because it just gives you a kind of a feel-good feeling to sort of put all that behind you. You know you're going to need to move forward, but are you a quilter yourself?
I am. And my shop got saved, and it has a lot of my quilting fabrics and my sewing machines, thank God,
Oh.
that were saved.
So did you just store your items there, or did you actually work in the shop?
I worked there, and I was real excited
What
when I
about
heard.
smoke, though? Did the shop,
I had
fabrics have the smell of the smoke and stuff?
Not
with
too
them?
much, because I had closed it up before I left, thinking I'd be back in a day or so, and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, I was sharing with you that unfortunately, 4 of my family members lost their home right there on Sus Maria Road, burned to the
terrible,
ground,
yeah.
nothing at all
The
left.
house next door to me, that is about 100 yards, burned to the ground. He lost his boat and his motorhome and everything. And it didn't take my shop. My house, where I lived, my shop was between the two of us, and it didn't burn.
Well, all your fabrics survived. Now you're from Calaveras County. Are there also guilds over in Calaveras County, or do you belong to one here in Amador County?
I belong to the Sierra Gold Quilt here in Amador County, and there is one in Valley Springs that we're talking about putting together a bigger group.
Okay, and how long have you been quilting?
40 years.
Oh, nice. So do you make quilts for your family members? Do you give quilts away for gifts?
I gave a bunch of quilts away, and I'd also do comfort quilts for the guild. I have some started. I haven't finished. But
And so
most of them
what's a
burned.
comfort quilt?
Comfort quilt is a smaller quilt that goes to the rest homes, and they're donated to the kids that are contacted. And I'm sorry, but my brain is
No, it's fine. It's fine. I certainly understand. So these are quilts that are made and they're given away to
Yeah.
good causes.
Oh yes. Our guild probably gives 150 or more quilts away a year. Almost everybody in the guild makes them
And how often do you come over to a meeting?
once a month.
Okay. And so at that meeting, do you guys, obviously you share information, but is it an opportunity to learn new techniques, or do you actually physically quilt while you're at the meeting?
There's a business meeting, and then there's a work time after the meeting, and then we have like trunk shows and learning experiences and instructors that come in the day after, and it's really good. We learn a lot of new things, and then some after the meetings there's some of the gals that give us hints about things that they do that work.
Sure.
And we have a good time, and we have a lot of fabric available to take to make comfort quilts and things like that. So there's a lot of small groups because we have 135, 140 members. So there's a lot of smaller groups that get together.
Do any of these groups get together in people's homes, or is it usually in a business of some sort?
Most of the groups have a venue that the church or the
Town
park
hall or
or the
whatever.
town hall, yes. But some of them meet in homes also.
Yeah,
so.
I think that would be a fun get-together in your home to have a couple of friends over and spend a few hours quilting.
You know, 5 or 6 people, and there's an applique group, and there's an embroidery group, and just all of the different kinds of things that go into the quilts, and it's fun.
Well, I hear they're getting ready to do some drawings. Maybe your name will be drawn.
Could be, probably not. But
The way your luck's
I
going,
don't need
huh?
anything right now. I don't have any place to put it. Part of my storage burned.
Yeah.
So I'm limited as to what I can have.
Well, the good news is you'll rebuild.
Yes, I
and,
will.
We'll all get stronger from this.
That's exactly right. It's one day at a time, and you move forward.
That's right. Thank you so much for allowing us to talk with you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
So, Kathy, tell me a little bit, first of all, your role today and at the show this year.
Okay, I am in charge of the silent auction where we have small quilts that are made by our members and donated for sale. So we have tables set up here with bidder cards, and everybody's given a bidder's number, and they can put the bidder's number on the card. The initial bid is $20, and they go up by increments of $5. The show goes until Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and so hopefully we'll have some happy winners.
Yes, I'm sure you will. And Tommy, I know he's panning around. I love the flip-flop
Aren't they great?
quilt. That is so cute. And then the one over here with the cats.
Yes.
So do you
yes.
know some of the ladies that made these?
I know the people who made all of them. Yeah, I've been in the guild for several years, so
How
yeah.
about you? Did you make one of them?
I made the pink cat over there in the corner. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
are most of these just wall decorations?
that's what they are.
Okay.
Yes,
Very good.
yes.
What guild do you belong to?
The Sierra Gold Quilters Guild. Yes.
Do you guys give lessons to new people coming into the guild, or how's if I'm new and I want to learn, how does that work?
It works because when we have several new members, and we always have several new members that are beginners, and we hold classes for beginners, and we hold classes for all different levels of quilters and all different techniques. So,
And if someone's interested in joining, how would they go about that? Is there a website, a telephone number?
there is a website, Sierra Gold Quilters,
Got it.
and it's the initials, SGQG.
Okay.
So you can go to that website and find out about membership, and attend a meeting and see if it's for you, because we always have discussions. We have show and tell, show and tell, which is what I think everybody comes for. So, and we welcome guests.
So I've interviewed quite a few people today. I think this quilt show is fantastic. You have put together such a good program, so many different fundraising opportunities, and the money goes to so many good causes. And I just want to thank all of the people who participate in this, who put it together, all of the guilders. I did not realize that Amador County was such a huge quilting organization. I'm just amazed.
Well, and we're not the only one. There's the second quilt guild too, the Motherlode Quilt Guild. And our guild meets in the daytime because most of us are retirees, but the Motherlode meets in the evenings so that the people who work can still belong to a guild.
Great. All right. Well, thank you. That's going to wrap it up here at the Amador County Fairgrounds. This is the Quilt Show. It happens every 2 years, so the next time it comes around, take time to come because it's really, truly wonderful. A lot of very talented people, a lot of talented quilters. So thank you from TSPN.